Interview with Bigpants Interview. Elvis, Bigpants, Shelton, Operations Director. Segment title: Leadership in Motion, and occasionally in reverse trousers. From Grind and Graft, Small Business Britain since COVID. Location: Conference room, smelling of bourbon creams, dry marker, and faint despair. Time: 2:47 p.m. Visual: Bigpants seated in a swivel chair, trousers on backwards, shoes on the wrong feet, "I'm a clown" sticker on his back. Unaware: Don Akibab. Adjusting mic: Mr. Shelton, thank you for joining us today. Bigpants, nodding, wide smile, always happy to help Dave. Don, gently, it's Don. Bigpants, saluting with a hobnob, right you are Derek. Let's crack on. Don, forcing a smile, to begin, how did Spade&sonLtd navigate the disruption of COVID? Bigpants, suddenly sitting tall, knees flung wide, chest out like a startled pigeon. Great question, Donna. COVID was like a jammy dodger in the gearbox, unexpected, sticky, but ultimately navigable. We pivoted like a well-oiled office chair. Agile thinking, strategic delegation, snack resilience. Don, gritting his teeth. Don. It's Don. Bigpants, nodding reassuringly. Of course it is. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Bigpants slowly rotates in the chair and bumps into a stack of ring binders he hasn't opened since 2017. The "I'm a clown" sticker catches the light as he leans for a second biscuit. Don, eyeing the sticker on Bigpants' back. And how would your team describe your management style? Bigpants, relaxing confidently, decentralized, fluid. I walk around a lot. It keeps morale high and accountability low. I like to inspire from the sidelines, like a football coach with no team, no pitch, and no idea what sport we're playing. Don, gritting through it. Can you share some of your personal career highlights? Bigpants, grinning. Oh, loads. Once gave an impromptu forklift pep talk that got written on the toilet wall, in a good way. Also pioneered the Meeting-Free Monday initiative, entirely by forgetting to book rooms. Revolutionary stuff. Don, and outside of biscuits. Bigpants, gesturing broadly. I once saved a production deadline by moving a box slightly closer to someone else. True story. Don, back to operations. How do you handle crisis situations? Bigpants, suddenly very animated. Now that's where I shine, Donnie. When things go sideways, I immediately do a walkabout. Visibility is key. I like to call it presence management. You walk through a crisis fast enough, people assume you're solving it elsewhere. Don, eyebrow raised. And if something actually needs doing? Bigpants, without pause. I schedule a cross-functional biscuits meeting. You'd be amazed how quickly chaos calms when everyone's got a custard cream in their hand. Don, calmly. And how do you handle communication with your team? Bigpants, proudly. I have a strategic look. When I stare across the office, they know something's due. Or at least that I've made eye contact. It builds mystery. Andrea appears in the background. Arms folded, calm, deadly. Andrea. Elvis. What's the status of the fire risk report? Bigpants, panicked inspiration, actively being risk managed via an evolving desk-based oversight model. Andrea, flat, so you've lost it. Bigpants, beaming, only physically. Andrea, to Don, would you like to borrow a real adult? Don, muted chuckle, tempting. Now Mr. Shelton, we've spoken to staff who are currently signed off with stress and burnout. Multiple former employees describe feeling unsupported, overburdened, or left to self-manage the void. What's your response? Bigpants reaches for another biscuit to buy time. Mental health is crucial, Desmond. Which is why I personally model a work-life imbalance. To show empathy, sometimes I nap in the car. That's leadership. Don, barely reacting anymore. It's Don. Bigpants, ignoring him entirely. I give staff freedom. If that freedom results in confusion, that's growth. Mistakes make us human. Delegation makes me available. Don. But several staff members say they were unsupported. expected to manage workloads you delegated to them without oversight or structure. Bigpants, deflecting. Now hang on, that's not fair. I occasionally offer structure. I once drew a workflow on a napkin. Real solid arrows. Stress is everywhere these days. Even the vending machine's been sighing. But I'd like to highlight some bullet points. Hang on. He holds up fingers, starts counting, loses track, stares blankly, switches hands, sees biro smudges, wipes them on his trousers, which are on backwards, and gives up. Don, not letting go. Staff say they felt directionless, sometimes literally not knowing what they were supposed to do. Bigpants, quietly. I prefer to think of that as growth opportunity. Chaos builds character, and occasionally scar tissue. Don, how would you respond to those who say the leadership structure is broken, and the workplace culture has become dysfunctional? Bigpants, I say, we're not broken. We're just under flexible repair. Bit of glue, bit of grit, and if all else fails, we print a new org chart and hope it works better this time. Don, what's your stance on equal pay and recognition for women in the company? Bigpants, nodding vigorously. Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Love the girls. Very capable. Fantastic at carrying out my tasks. I treat everyone the same. Men, girls, bispectacles, that pigeon that nested in procurement. I delegate to everyone equally. Don, do you see women in leadership roles in the future? Bigpants, thinking, leadership, Well, I think they're too busy. One of the office girls refused to take charge of cleaning the office kitchen, so, no. Not reliably, no. Don, last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Bigpants, confused for a moment. You mean like, in the building? Don, no, in your role. Bigpants, beaming, oh. Hopefully right here, still keeping everything in balance. Little bit of chaos, little bit of delegation, maybe an extra drawer for bourbons. Don, closing notebook. Thank you, Mr. Shelton. Bigpants, nodding, holding a pen upside down and using it to stir a mug of tea as ink spills out. No worries, Jim. Pleasure's all mine. Camera fades as he spins slightly in the chair and sends a desk fan clattering to the floor. Sticker on back gleams proudly. I'm a clown.